How's it going, everybody? Raising Hell here, and I'm back today with another episode of Stronghold HD. I'm playing the military campaign, and today we are on mission number 12, the Ransom.
The celebrations after your recent victory are soon brought to an abrupt end, when news arrives of two tragic losses. A gluttonous pig has taken one of your counties, and the Honourable Lord Woolsack has been captured and brutally murdered in the process.
I make Woolsack die in much pain. I pull out teeth, cut off toes, break knees. Most fun I have for a long time. How did you do? Did you hunt down your prey? I have spent a lot of time at the negotiating table of the King's captors, and the final ransom for his release has now been set. I need you to begin raising the funds at once, using any means at your disposal.
You immediately send spies into the neighbouring counties, hoping you will be able to find a suitable treasury to light them. Your spies report that the snake has been ferrying gold into one of his counties, where he is hastily erecting a castle. Launch a surprise attack so you can take his gold for yourself. We have sent along some tunnelers to help you take the castle.
So we're going to have a bit of siege warfare here at the start. Okay, here we are. We're going to be taking a castle right there. We got some tunnelers here. I'm going to see what we can do without getting shot. The danger here is that I dig too close to the towers there and the archers hit my tunnelers. Seems okay so far, though. One recurring problem I've had is the tunnels collapsing, digging into each other and collapsing the other. I don't know if that's going to happen this time again, but that was a real waste of time before, and was not a fan, I guess you could say. I'm just going to grab all the macemen. I have in the past done it where I would hotkey the macemen, but it just ended up being more than I could manage, it seemed like. Maybe I will break them up into two groups. Okay, well, that tunnel did not do what it was supposed to do, but I think this third one will get the job done. No, apparently it didn't. Okay, another tunneler. The tunnelers do create a lot of damage on the terrain. And I am playing at speed 90, so you just gotta wait through this stuff every single time. I'll probably cut it out, though. It's not really all that educational or entertaining, especially if I have nothing to say about it, which I don't. Into the blackness! Probably the worst part of this entire scenario is taking this castle. Not because it's hard, it's just because it's so boring. Waiting for the tunnelers. Still did not get rid of the entire wall. Are you gonna do it? You gonna finally? Okay, we finally have a hole. Excellent. I'm just gonna break these guys up a bit. Have them go to different areas. Get out of the keep. Kill that guy, kill him. Don't let them shoot at you, don't stand around. That should take care of it. Okay, I'm gonna slow this down a little bit. Slow down to 40 for now. All macemen, please get into the keep. We're going to need to bring our archers and the crossbowmen over. Like so. Now we're going to do a little bit of remodeling. So when I say a little bit, we're going to remove everything.
But we still do not have enough for the ransom. We will have to raise the rest of the gold by other means.
So the problem here being, okay, the stockpile is full. That's another problem we have to deal with. Wasted some stone there, obviously, but it's not a big deal. The problem being with this castle is that it's very hard to defend, and the enemy only attacks from one area, so we can defend much better if we move the castle. And we'll also be able to grow a much bigger economy, pretty much just deleting everything here. You'll see this is a common trend among anybody who really plays these scenarios at higher levels. You're going to have to delete the castle. It's an inevitability. So right over here is where the enemy arrives. So what I'm going to be doing is building some towers, if at all possible. Probably a tower there. How far in can we go? Okay, we can go in further, so this should be fine. 3 towers. Okay, I probably should actually be working on the economy first, instead of dealing with defenses just now. So instead, let's begin some wood production. I'm gonna put the other 3 over here. I appreciate the tip, my good squire. Place down 5 of those, delete 2 of them. Now we need to get started on food production. So I would like, I think, for the food production to be right over here. Not going to delete the granary. 6 farms. If those deer would get out of the way, I could actually put down some farms. That would be nice. And then more deer run into the same area. 6 farms. We're going to need a couple mills. That priest is going forthwith. Delete that. Delete that. Delete the dairy farms. Delete the hunter's posts. Delete the market. Delete the inn. Now we're going to get all these units over here again to defend the towers. I still have enough wood to actually start building some bakeries. I think I'm going to start the bakeries right about here. And we're just going to expand down to the granary. And the benefit of this is I don't actually have to delete the granary. We're going to need a lot of bread production. That bakery's in the wrong place. It should only be 1 tile and it's 2. So there we go. Got a good start on that. 43 out of 52 population. Probably add another hovel. I'm not going to turn up taxes yet until we actually have some bread production going. I'm also going to need... Okay, I think I'm going to delete this stockpile there and I'm going to expand it to the back instead. And that jester is right in the way, so instead, let me see here. We can build a market, yeah. Place the market up here. The jester's out of the way, so I can extend the stockpile now. And we need to get rid of those bows and those crossbows. So the next thing I'm going to build is a Fletcher's workshop right here. Switch over to crossbow production. And another Fletcher's workshop, which I'm also switching over to crossbow production. Now I can get started on these walls. So what I'm going to do here is basically just build a wall straight across, and that is going to pretty much be the defenses. And as you can tell, this is going to be a lot simpler to defend than if I had to defend a castle that is has 4 walls to it. So basically, 1 wall is much easier to defend than 4 walls. I'm probably just going to go 3 layers here if I have the stone for it. And I'm also going to add stairs. Can't add stairs there. Not sure why can't I add stairs? There we go. Get those archers on those towers. And then we're going to add some crenulated walls as well to pretty much just finish the look. I might be able to add additional towers behind it. If I get these spearmen out of the way. The spearmen and the tunnelers are all going back on the keep. I don't need them over here. Get the crossbowmen in that tower. And I'm going to add additional towers where possible. There. Not the prettiest thing, but it should get the job done. As you can see, my bakers are waiting around for the wheat to come in, and it is starting to come in. The mill boys are taking it to the mills to grind it into flour, and I think I want to build a couple more Fletcher's workshops now. Once we actually start getting some bread coming in, I'm going to increase taxes. 6 months supply left. I need to build another barracks, and then put it right over here by these walls. As you can see, the tunnels really messed up a lot of the terrain here, but it still works. We have 8 free peasants, which means I should hire all of these archers right now. 733 gold left. That is enough to continue expanding my production here of bows. It's going to be 400 right there. The Fletchers are rather interesting. You almost have to click them off. You have to deselect them before selecting another one. Otherwise, the problem is they'll just reselect the one you had selected before, which is not really benefiting me in any way. Okay, I'm going to start speeding this up a little bit, go up to 70. And now I think we have our bakers working. 4 month supply. I'm going to turn up the extra rations and start doing a little bit of taxing. We also need some tanner's workshops, but first I'm going to build a dairy farm right over here. So that way, of course, that guy runs in front of it. That way we can start building some tanners and making some leather. And as soon as I can get all those leather jackets out of there, I'm going to be deleting the armory. Yeah, I can't sell them, otherwise I just do it that way. I'd like to put the armory right here in front of the keep, where the fireplace is. Okay, we can delete this wall here, delete that hops farm. I'm going to add another quarry over here. I'll undo that. I didn't like where they put the little stone output pile. They're going to have to go a long way on top of that bluff. Add a few more ox tethers, and then we need some more housing. I'm just putting housing over there in that corner. It's out of the way that way. A couple more iron mines. Iron does sell for a very reasonable price. As you can see, we have quite a few woodcutters huts. But I'm going to delete that hunter's hut, as with the bread economy that we're going to start, it's pretty much irrelevant. Get those crossbows on those towers. I'm looking for the snake's men. They haven't started attacking yet. Yeah, they're going to be attacking pretty shortly. Okay, one more peasant. Okay, now I can delete the armory and relocate it right here in front of the keep. That stupid jester is in the way again. Okay, he's attacking now. As you can see, the wall will take care of it. It will block it just fine. So, really couldn't ask for more. It's not really going to be a problem after this, as long as I keep units on those walls. So now I'm going to start leather production with some tanners here. I'd like to at least match the number of Fletcher's workshops I have. So I have 4 of those. I mean 8. I have 8 Fletcher's workshops, 4 rows. So I want to do the same thing for tanners. I don't have quite enough gold though, but we're also going to need more population. So another hovel. How are we looking? Speed this up to 90. As you can see, I think one of the real letdowns of this map is the fact that you can't, or the enemy never really, oh, they got up on the walls. Well, that's a new one. Hopefully they're not going to cause too much damage, but you never know. There are quite a few of them. I might actually want to get my, nope, that's good. They're attacking again, but this time, hopefully, I have the walls prepared. There's a little edge there that they were able to get up on, and they all dogpiled it. So, what do you expect? At least they're smart enough to figure out those small cracks in my defenses. I'm going to increase bread production here, because that's obviously what I'm planning on using to raise all this gold. Add a couple more hovels. As you can see, some ladders are on the walls, quite unfortunately. This could be a bigger problem than I'm anticipating. Originally, it was not a problem, but apparently it's becoming more of an issue. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just add the stairs right there. That way, when they decide to get up on the walls, they don't actually have to go through my archers. I'm going to also break up the wall a little bit right there, add some crenulation, so that way even when they do get on the wall, they can't pass over and get at my archers. See, I'm a genius. Look at that. Now they'll have to go for that side of the wall. And otherwise my macemen are going to be here to intercept any that actually get over. I don't think it's going to be a big deal. It wasn't a problem before, but you know, each game seems to... I just put my bakery on top of a guy delivering bread. A baker delivering bread, and he immediately disappeared. That shouldn't happen. How is our supplies? 64, yeah. More than enough flour. Probably should start recruiting more crossbows. We definitely have enough crossbows, and I want to expand my granary a little bit here, if I can. That one will disappear, that one will disappear, that one will disappear. That one will disappear. Oh no, that one actually delivered the goods. Yeah, you have to be careful when building adjacent to other buildings, because a lot of the time, any peasants that are en route to that building will just disappear. I really lost a lot of archers here, obviously. But any units that are currently en route to that building, they will immediately disappear because you just removed their path. So, yeah, you got to be kind of careful about that. We need about 12,000 more gold to go. What I could do here is actually add bad buildings, but that, I don't know, that might be an interesting idea. It shouldn't be needed though. And like I said before, one of the downsides of this map is the snake never attacks with catapults as far as I'm aware, or I actually haven't let it drag on that long where it ever became a problem. By this point, I think I should have enough bread coming in to actually increase the rations to double, and then we're going to increase the taxes all the way up to mean. Yeah, apparently the macemen are reaching the walls now before the laddermen do. So it's interesting how that stopped being a problem as soon as I changed the stairs there on that one wall. We have a lot of crossbows and leather armor. Add a couple more hovels. 93 out of 108 population. And this is at 90 speed, so what we're doing right now is basically just stockpiling goods. I have 192 stones. I'm going to start selling some of this stuff, make some more gold. And in case you're not aware, the victory condition for this map is to acquire 12,000 gold. So we basically just have to hold out until that happens and make enough. You know, I probably should do bad buildings. I probably also could have done ale, but I didn't get started on that soon enough. So we're just going to do, we're going to do bad buildings instead. Let's give that a try once and see what becomes of it. Apparently I don't even have enough for one fear factor yet. -1 from fear factor. Yeah, I'm going to have to put down a lot of these because I want maximum fear factor. 130%. We need 4 more for the next level. 1, 2. Oh, look, they got up on the wall over there. Huh, look at that. I'm going to have to do something about that little exploit. Yeah, but when you have to spend so much gold just to increase the fear factor, it sort of defeats the purpose of getting the extra gold from it. You're investing gold and then hopefully you're going to make more gold. It should pay off in the long run, but I don't know if it was a good decision, actually. Stockpile's full. Okay, well, I can start selling the extra stuff. As a matter of fact, I can't sell the extra wood. Okay. Just turn the woodcutters off then. And build more granaries. I mean, bakeries. We have 66 flour. That shouldn't be a problem. So for those wondering what the fear factor does, if you have a bad fear factor, in other words, a -1, your workers will all work harder. They'll deliver more goods to the stockpile or the granary, wherever it is that they're working. And if you're trying to raise gold, that can be quite effective. The downside is that it adds this negative bonus to your troops. So my crossbowmen are a lot less accurate, I think, because of it. And they might also have their range reduced. But yeah, you trade off one for the other. It's sort of boosting economy at the expense of your army. And if you have positive fear factor, your army will enjoy a bonus to either range or accuracy. I'm pretty sure it's accuracy. But the downside is that your economy suffers because your people are bebopping around instead of working. So it's a trade-off. And in this case, we are going for making a lot of gold. So I think this will actually be the better solution, but it could be wrong. Because, you know, it is making my crossbowmen a lot less accurate. So they're going to be a lot more wasted shots. But it'll be interesting, like I said, to see if the results are really tangibly different or if it's just basically the same. Because I had to invest quite a bit of gold in building the fear factor buildings. -4 right now. We can't sell weapons at this point, which is unfortunate. Because it would be another way of making gold. Oh, the granary is full. I should start selling quickly. There we go. 8,000 gold, only 4,000 more to go. I'm not going to bother hiring any more crossbows because it just costs gold, and we need that to win. Yeah, this probably does not look the nicest. A lot of spammy fear factor buildings right there. I actually need to build more mills. So 3 more of those, and we can just turn off the Fletchers and the Tanners. They'll go into the mills and make sure that all the wheat is being processed, so we need more wood now. Okay, they can also do that. It's time to start working the woodcutters' huts again. I want to make sure, though, that I don't run out of flour. Because if I do, then my bakers are not doing anything. No, they're not. They're just fine. 10,000, 2,000 gold to go. And sell stone. That'll get us up to 11,000. 12,000. That should be it.
Ah! You severely try my patience. I will remove you yet.
It's interesting. There was no little check next. Okay, now it's victory. Yeah. So I lost 7% of my troops, which is significantly worse than my... Well, it's not significantly worse. It's about 100 worse than my previous score. I've done better. The last time I played this, I did better. But overall, it's one of these scenarios that you can actually get a higher score if you manage to really play the game well. So I'm going to explain something really odd here. You get an additional score bonus here from having extra gold. So essentially your gold is unlimited, or you mean your score is unlimited because you can essentially pump it up just by continuing to mine gold, to farm gold. Because like I said, the attacks from the AI never scale up. So you'll always be able to defend the AI attacks, even on very hard, like what I'm playing here. And if you just keep the game running, you'll keep getting more and more gold, but don't sell it until you actually, okay, I guess it would be limited by your actual physical stockpile and granary capacity. But aside from that, you could have pretty much an unlimited amount of gold. And then you could, just before winning, you could just pause the game, sell it all, and you'll get a ton of gold without the game ending when you hit 12,000. So like you might have 50,000 gold by the time you unpause the game, and then the game will record that as how much extra gold you had and add it to your score. So the score here is not... It is heavily dependent on troops lost, like most scenarios in Stronghold HD, but it is more dependent in a way on the amount of extra gold you have, and you can easily fudge that number if you're willing to take the time to do so.
With the ransom money already well on its way to Sir Longarm, it will hopefully not be long before the king is released.
I know we have had our minor disagreements in the past, but I am certain we can make amends. You have my word that if we declared a truce, any conditions you make will be honored.
Yeah, he's sounding pretty desperate now that he's down to one county. Isn't a snake. Anyway, that completes the ransom. Thank you very much for watching as always, and I hope to see you next time.